Hey, hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Roshan and you are learning React.js with me. So let's continue with that. And friends, today we are going to understand how we handle forms in React.js. Okay, so if in our React.js application we need some forms like user registration or contact us or login form, then how we handle forms in React.js, what approach we need to follow while handling forms in React.js, everything about it we are going to understand in this video. Okay, so let's get started. So friends, you can see in my VS Code editor, in my project I have already created one component, that is form component, and I have just added one normal HTML form. You can see this is just a normal HTML form. I have added only one input field to this form and one submit button. Okay, I have attached one event handler, that is on submit event handler, to this form, and I have also defined that event handling function over here. My intention is to just enter any value, that is first name, into this input field, and after clicking on this submit button I just want to display this message from this event handling function. Okay, so friends, this is just a normal HTML JavaScript technique. There is nothing React.js specific here yet. Okay, so first let me just show you how it is working. So this is my application running on my browser. I have already started it, and you can see on my form there is only one input field and one submit button. Now I am just opening my Google Chrome's inspector so that I can show you the console tab. So see guys, I am just clearing console, and if I enter any name like Sachin and if I click on this button, you can see I am getting this message, form submitted successfully, and this message is actually coming from this event handler function which I have binded on this form. Okay, so basically this is actually a normal HTML and JavaScript behavior. This is just a normal HTML and JavaScript technique. There is Yet there is no any React specific things here. Okay guys, now I am going to convert the same form in React.js way. Okay, but before that I have to actually show you or explain you what is the approach we need to follow in React.js while handling forms. Okay, so friends, I have just created one small diagram. I am just opening that presentation and I wanted to show you that. Okay, so you can see in this diagram I have one input field element. So you can see this is an input field element. Okay, any input field element on my form, and this is actually state. Okay, so this state is actually a component state, and this input field is actually a input field on our form. Okay, on our HTML form. So friends, what is this diagram for? So let me explain you that. Friends, in React.js, when we handle form, we have to follow a specific approach. Okay, and that approach is actually something like that. Whatever number of input fields in our form, let's say in this example, we have only one input field. Okay, so if in our React.js component or in our React.js form, if we have one input field, then in that case, we have to create one component state. Okay, if we have one input field, in that case we have to create one component state for that input field. Initially we store any initial value in that state. Okay, let's say any value, and what we do after that, we just bind that initial value, the initial value of component state, to this input field. Okay, so you can see the value is actually coming from component state to input field. Okay, and after that, when a website user or application user will change that value. Okay, let's say if user enter any new value in that, after that this new value again get updated into component state. Okay, so this is actually a approach that we need to follow while handling forms in React.js. Okay, so one more time I am going to repeat this, friends, because I have doubt many of you might get confused. Okay, so friends, what I am telling you, in React.js there is one standard approach that we need to follow while form handling. What is that approach? Okay, the approach is like that: if in our React.js application, in our React.js component, if we have one form, okay, and if on that form we have one input field element like this normal text box, in that case, for that one input field element we have to define or create one component state. Okay, one component state, we have to pass any initial value in that component state. Okay, and that value we have to, that component state's value we have to bind to this input field element. Okay, so that when first time that form will render to the DOM, the initial value which is stored in component state will be getting displayed in this input field. Okay, and after that whenever our user will provide any value in this input field, again that value should get updated into the component state. So this is actually a circle kind of thing. Okay, and this way of controlling form elements with the help of component state is actually known as data binding or controlled component as well in React.js. Okay, so guys, I think now I have explain you diagrammatically and theoretically. Now I think I should directly do it practically so that you will get better understanding. Okay friend, so see, in our application, again in our application, in our form we have only one input field element. So in our case also we have to create one component state. Okay, so I am just creating that component state with the help of normal useState function, useState hook. Okay, I am just creating a one component state. Okay, and I will pass initial value as empty string. Okay, and just store, let's say, first name, component name of component state, and function to update it. Okay, so I have in my application, in our application we have only one input field. That's why we are creating one component state. Okay, now what is second step? After creating state, we have to bind that value, that is component state value, to this input field element. Okay, so basically what we need to do, we just need to bind component state value to this input field like this. This is just a normal HTML, there is nothing new in this. Okay, I am just binding this component state value to this input field. Okay, and now if I save the file, if I save this component file and if I open my browser, you can see what is happening here. Let's say I am just refreshing my application and we can see there is nothing in input field. Okay, why we are not able to see anything in this input field, friends? Because our initial value is just a empty string. Okay, because you understand this, whenever we will show our form first time to user, obviously we are not going to provide any specific value in this form. Okay, obviously first time whenever our form will be getting displayed to user, the form should be empty. Okay, that is why we have passed empty string. Okay, so that's why in this case we are not getting any value here. But if I, for the demonstration purpose, if I just change this empty string to any valid string, then you can see obviously the text value is coming over here. Okay, but obviously we are not going to display anything to user first time, that's why we are using empty string. Okay, so we have already completed our first step, that is binding the value of component state to the input field. Now second step is that whenever user will provide its input in this input field, after that that newly added value should get updated to component state again. So for doing that, what we need to do, we require one more event handler function here, that is on change. So let me just define my handler function. On change first name, why I am defining this event handler function, or why I am attaching this event handler function to this input field, because whenever user will enter its value into that input field, I just want to capture that newly added value. Okay, and with the help of that newly added value, I am just going to update my component state. Okay, so see, I am just copying this component state update function, and I will just pass a new value which I can take with normal JavaScript, event.target.value. Okay, so in a simpler way, I have just captured the value of input field and I am just updating the component state. Okay, and here after clicking on submit button, I just want my form data into this event handler function. So here what I will do, I will just display my component state. I will just display the value of my component state. Okay, so that I will get my form data over here. Okay friends, set first name is not defined. I think I have just made a small spelling mistake here, so let me directly copy this name completely so that I can remove that error. Okay, and now see friends, I am again opening my console, my inspector, and see, now if I enter a name like Sachin and once I click on submit button, I am getting my forms data, that is input fields value, in my form event handler function. Okay, if I change this name, let's say Rahul, again I am getting my new value here. If I again change it to Diana, you can see I am getting my new value. Okay, so you can see friends how simple it is to collect form data in normal form event handler function. There is no any requirement of document.get element by id, something like that. In a simple way, with the help of component state and HTML form fields and JavaScript's events, in a very easy way we can handle forms in React.js. Okay, so we have just followed this circle kind of technique. So friends, one more thing here, when we control the value of input field, that is form elements, that is form, whenever we control the value of HTML form with the help of component state just like this, then that concept is also known as controlled component. Okay, so in interviews, always in interviews of React.js, in many interviews this question is widely asked. Okay, so what is controlled component and what is uncontrolled component? So whenever we follow this approach to handle a form, then that component is actually becomes a controlled component, because that particular component is controlling the value of input fields, that is form fields, with the help of component state. Okay, so that's why that component is also known as controlled component, and this technique is also known as data binding in React.js. Okay, so now friends, whatever we did, we just did for one input field element. Okay, but if we have another input field element in the same form, then we have to follow the same pattern for that second input as well. So let's say I have another requirement, I have any new requirement to add one more input field to the same form. like this, and it will be a last name, enter last name. So all things will same. So now friends, my requirement is to add one another field, that is one for first name and one for last name. In that case I have second input field in my form. That's why I have to create one another component state. Okay, because now with this second component state I will just control the second input field. Okay, so here names will just change something like this. Let's say last name, then set last name. Okay, and just this name will come here in a second input field. Okay, so basically we are binding second component state's value to the second input field element. Okay, I have already changed this placeholder, value is changed. Now again we will require another event handler function, that is on change. So let me just copy this and let me just change this on change last name, and just copy and paste this here. Okay, and just I will require this function to update the second component state. And see guys, now what happens, you can see in a very simple way we have just optimized our form. Okay, and let's see, I have just cleared my console. Let's say Sachin Tendulkar, and if I click on submit button, you can see I am getting only Sachin's data. Okay, so let me tell you why it is happening. So why it is happening friends, because in our form handler function we are not displaying that value. Okay, it's just simple. So basically we need to display the value of second state as well. Okay, and now again let me save the file, and this time you will see Sachin Tendulkar, and you can see I am getting my complete form data. Okay, so this is actually an approach we need to follow in React.js while handling forms. This is the way we submit forms in React.js. Okay guys, so this technique is also known as controlled component or data binding in React.js. Okay, so guys, for just a simplicity purpose I have just used initially one input field element. After that I have just added another input field element, and this is just a normal form handling in React.js. Okay, just we have started from very beginning, so that's why I am just keeping things as simple as possible. In our upcoming sections we are going to create a project. In that case we will going to use different input fields like checkbox, radio buttons, etc. Okay, but this is just a normal explanation, normal demonstration how we handle forms in React.js. Okay, so friends, I hope you will like this video. If you are really liking my videos, then please like, share and subscribe. Now let's end this video here, and let's meet in another video with some new topic. Till that moment, bye friends.